Welcome to Studio 805. Today's Wednesday, August 29th. I'm Gretchen Maccarella with your Newsbreak. A heat wave's moving in today that could bring peak temperatures over 100 degrees in Ojai and over 80 at the beach. Yep, hot at the beach. The high pressure system will keep temperatures up possibly for the rest of the week, with a little cooling by Saturday and maybe back to normal by Monday. Speaking of this Labor Day weekend, AAA is projecting that 3.1 million people in Southern California will travel over 50 miles. That doesn't count everyone who just escapes the heat of the Valley or Bakersfield for the relative cool of Oxnard and Ventura. Gasoline is 70 cents per gallon cheaper than at the beginning of the summer, but that's not enough to entice many people on the road, at least not more than last year. Archie is an enormous living teddy bear for the abused children at Casa Pacifica Shelter in Camarillo. The 165-pound Newfoundland isn't deterred from his work as a therapy dog because of his leg injury, but the group would like to get him the surgery he needs. The nonprofit doesn't have a budget for Archie and is now trying to raise the $5,800 needed for the surgery. You can read more about that in the link in the Dig In section. The Los Padres National Forest had 2 major fires in as many years. We have environmental reporter Zeke Barlow in today to talk about what that means for the ecology. Hey Zeke.
Hey Gretchen.
What's going on in the forest after the fire burns? How does it recover, and what's the major damage?
Well, first what you see this year is if you go back to the Day Fire, which burned last year, which is the big fire we had last year, biologists say it's remarkable that when you go up there, you can't even realize in some parts that there was a fire. I went up through an area there yesterday, or a couple of days ago, and the sagebrush is already growing back. It's very quick to rejuvenate. This is a chaparral, which is a fire-dependent ecosystem anyway, so it needs the fire to get through there. And a lot of people I've been talking to about the Zaca fire are saying that it's a great benefit because so much of that area was so dense after so many years without any fire that it was inaccessible to large mammals that we have, like the bears and the deers and the mountain lions. So what this does is it clears out a lot of the understory so that animals can get through there, and it also brings a lot of new young growth, which has a lot of the nutrients that a lot of the critters like a lot.
Excellent. So if we get a little rain, we may actually be in a better place than we were to begin with?
Well, yes and no. The Day Fire last year, one of the reasons they're really concerned, if it's so hot and it burns everything, then when you get a big rain, that can come in and wash all the erosion and sediment down into the rivers and streams. And biologists are a little concerned that in the short term, species like frogs, the salamanders, those sort of things, which are really water-dependent animals, they may have some difficult times. So it's sort of a catch-22. They're glad they didn't have a lot of rain this year for the Day Fire, but then because it didn't cause the erosion, but then we didn't have a lot of rain, and we had this monster fire up in Santa Barbara as well. So it's a mix. I think that a nice sprinkling would be nice. I don't think we want the 2005 floods again, but the Forest Service is doing a lot of work going in and looking at where some erosion problems could be, and they've already started evaluating what places are areas of concern.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right.
Yesterday, we talked about a food bank struggling to keep its shelves filled. And today we have a report showing federal poverty levels are going down, but locally, nonprofits are showing more demand. Organizations say there are more working poor, families above the $20,000 per year poverty line, but nowhere near the range of income to live comfortably in Ventura County. The link to that story is also in the Dig In section. As of today, most county schools are back in session. High school football starts tomorrow, so you can watch our video in the sports section to hear some predictions about the independent leagues and some of the schools that play 8-man football. And in our featured story link, check out the education page for stories about packing lunches, settling into dorms, and everything in between. Thanks for watching. I'm Gretchen Maccarella in Studio 805 at the Ventura County Star. Click around the site for entertainment news, sports, and videos.